Welcome back to our South Central Metro Denver home remodeling project. We're at the morning of day 5. Had the electricians here late yesterday afternoon finishing everything up that we need to get done before we can start drywall. We've got just a couple minor things to take care of before they can get started this morning, but other than that we're about ready to go. So why don't we run inside, let's take a look at how progress is coming and we'll show you a couple of cool things going on. Alright, so here we are in the kitchen, and as you remember, there wasn't a whole lot that needed to happen in here. It looks like it was remodeled a couple years ago and in pretty good shape. So we didn't do much here, but we did have one thing that they wanted taken care of. I don't know if you remember from an earlier episode here, but hardwood stopped right here, basically where the door was. So if you see this this little opening where we've got a wall here right now, the door's been removed. But hardwood stopped right in the middle of that, and then there was actually carpet on the little landing right there before the stairs. Well, carpet was really soiled, as it generally is when you have it on landings, and it was just a little awkward having the hardwood go to the door and then just this little 1-foot section of carpet. So one thing we did is we went ahead and tore out that hardwood and laced in some new hardwood so it's ready to be refinished when the rest of the floor is. And you can see here the whiter wood is the raw unfinished wood. You can see where it was laced in, and the darker wood is the old wood that's been here for the last 15 years or so. So just a simple way to make your house or your kitchen or whatever feel a little more complete. If you're missing some wood, it's usually pretty easy to go ahead and lace in new wood and then refinish it all as one. Alright, check out what we got here. So remember when we started this project, there was just a little 4-foot opening or so between the dining room and the living room. And one of the things that we wanted to do is open that up and widen it. So what you're looking at here is a new header. We've got 4 2x12 headers up there to carry the structural load from upstairs. And then we kind of got just a nice little arch there, a little architectural detail. But the main thing is now we've got a nice opening, nice pass-through for entertaining and just for comfort and ease of going through the house. Gives it a lot nicer flow. As you can see, that's the dining room through there. A nice big opening. We'll just have a couple tiny little bump outs to either side, which we had to add for structural support. But looking pretty good. Aside from that, here in the family room, the only thing that really changed is now we've got some lights up here. So we added 4 cans up in the ceiling, just to give it a little bit better lighting in here. There was 0 lighting in here before, so the only way to illuminate the room was through floor lamps. So things are coming along in here. Alright, down in the basement now. Just ready for drywall in here too. We've got some new cans we've added in the ceiling. Electricians were hard at work doing that. We took care of some faulty wiring that was up here. Over here where we had that drop ceiling before we reframed this, homeowner really wanted to try to get the maximum height out of this. So instead of having a flat ceiling all the way across, we've softened this trunk up in here, which isn't exactly ideal, but if headroom is the most important thing, that's about the only option we have. Generally, something like that we try to hide, but headroom is important too. So as you can see, we've got this softened. We can go back up over here. And then you've got a little more comfortable ceiling height for everyone else. We did need to fur the ceiling down just a little bit because we had this gas pipe here. And on the other side of the trunk line, we had the air conditioning line set. So what we'll do is this morning before the drywallers come, we will put some nail protector plates over the top of that to protect that when they're putting up drywall so we don't puncture a line. And moving upstairs now, we're in the hallway here. We've added 1 junction box right there. That's going to be for a hanging light, kind of a hanging chandelier. Do something narrow, but something that'll help to light up this stairway as you head up. Aside from that, moving into the master, really about all we've done, again, is added some lights. Can lights in here. Ceiling heights aren't real high, so with can lights you get the light, but you're not sacrificing any headspace. Electricians have wrapped everything up in here, and I think we're looking good, ready to go. And here in the master bathroom, what we've done is we've come in and we've removed the old shutoff valves. Remember that leaky shutoff valve that I showed you the other day? We removed the shutoff valves and we capped the copper pipe with a 1/2-inch copper cap. We've sweated it on, So the water is on right now, and obviously no water can come out of there. Now we can't use those like that until we put new shutoffs on. But what this does for us in the time being, it allows us to come in and install our cabinets much easier and with a cleaner finish. So we can drill 1/2-inch holes and put the pipe through those holes, and then put our shutoff valve after it's inside the cabinet, as opposed to putting the shutoff valves on or leaving the old ones on and drilling much larger holes, which just wouldn't look as good underneath the cabinet. Granted, it's inside the cabinet, but we still want a nice clean finish when we're all said and done, even though it's going to be hidden in the cabinet. Just a quick look at the secondary bedrooms here. Nothing's really changed in the last couple days. Everything's out, ready to go. Moving down the hallway into the other bedrooms. Again, everything's been torn out. Secondary bedrooms are ready for the next phase. And the bathroom upstairs. Basically everything's torn out of here and it doesn't look much different either, aside from we did change some of the lighting here. We had 2 lights up here. We're now going to go to 1 because there's just going to be 1 sink. We want to send it over the sink. So we have just stubbed it out of the wall for now. Instead of putting a box in right now, we can stub it out like that. And what that does for us is it lets us move the light fixture just a hair either way, so that we can get it centered exactly over the sink how we want it. And then back into the back family room. Again, not much has changed, but we have added 6 cans now. This will be kind of the main area where the family would gather, so we wanted to make sure it was lit up well. So we've got 6 cans for space, which is about 200 square feet, which is more than adequate. So everything's looking good. Ready to move on.